Hey friends, it's that time of year again and I'm making lots of Christmas cookies, and today I'm going to show you how I made these festive thumbprint cookies. We're going to start by taking 2 sticks of butter that's been softened and adding that to a large bowl, along with 2/3 cup of sugar. And we're going to take our electric mixer and we're just going to mix this together until it's nicely combined. And then we're going to add in 1 egg yolk and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're going to take our electric mixer and blend that all together again. Now I don't like to use my electric mixer for the dry ingredients, so I'm going to add in 2 1/4 cup of flour and I'm going to mix this by hand with a spoon. Also add in just a pinch of salt. Now I'm going to continue to mix this by hand, and it is a rather dry dough, and here's my little secret ingredient to this. I add just enough cream to make this a little bit stickier dough. It's usually somewhere about 3 or 4 tablespoons. I just keep adding it, stirring it, until it seems like a little bit stickier dough that's going to stay together and not so crumbly and dry. And then once you have that all mixed together, we're going to head on over to the stove and roll these into some balls. Now, I prefer to use a small scoop to make the balls of this. And then if they're not quite perfectly round, then I just squeeze them into a ball a little bit. It seems a little cleaner, not so messy, and this small scoop just works wonderful. Now, once you have a few of these done, or you can do the whole tray however you want to, then you're going to get something that can make an indent into these cookies. You could use your thumb, since they are called thumbprint cookies, or the back of a spoon, or in this case, I like to use this little rounded teaspoon because it's a perfectly round shape. You cook these for 8 to 10 minutes at 375, and when they come out, use that same thing to indent a little bit more. You probably don't want to use your thumb here because these are hot. But they do puff up a little bit in the oven, so you do want to make the indent a little bit deeper when they first come out. Now you're going to use your favorite jam. I love orange marmalade and raspberry jam. Just make sure you get the one without the seeds. And you're just going to use 2 spoons to just kind of fill up these indents. You can make them a little bit over full, but not too far because you don't want that to spill out in the oven and burn on the pan. You want it to be just enough so it melts and it turns flat in these cookies. Then these are going to go back in the oven for about 4 minutes, and that makes that jelly warm up, flatten out, and also finishes cooking these cookies. They're never going to turn very brown, just maybe a slight hint of a golden brown on the edges. So after 4 minutes, we're going to pull them out. I'll speed this up. I just put them on the tray, and this recipe does make quite a few, as you can see here. Now here's my secret ingredient. I like to melt some white chocolate chips in the microwave and put them either in a piping bag, or in this case I just use a baggie, cut a little hole on the end, and then I'm just going to pipe that white chocolate right on these cookies. This does a few things. It adds a sweetness to the cookies because there's not a lot of sugar in these, and that red raspberry can be a bit tart. So it adds a little sweetness, but it also covers up all those little imperfections. If your cookies aren't quite round or your jelly's a little lumpy, this just makes them super cute, and then all someone sees is this nice little swirl of white on a beautiful, colorful cookie. So don't skip this step because I think this just makes them so much neater. And there you go. I made these along with some of my other favorites that you can view on our channel if you want to check those out. I hope you tried these. They're not the easiest, but they're definitely worth it. They're so good and a nice alternative to all the chocolate this time of year. They're perfect Christmas cookies, but you can make them any time of the year. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas.